Patrick O'Brien here. We got David McCormack, big guy here from Virginia here. Talking a little bit, I know you're not coming out here to compete there, but what you kind of seeing out here with the Virginia Top 80 here? What you be kind of looking at?
Definitely a lot of talent out here. Unfortunately, I can't participate because I'm still in season, but it's good to come out and still support some teammates. A lot of skilled players, a lot of explosive players, so it's great talent out here.
What have you kind of been seeing with it's just the state of Virginia? What kind of talent have you been seeing, whether here or just overall in the state of Virginia?
The game is definitely involved. I mean, not just in Virginia, but definitely across the nation. Players here have developed more, I guess you could say Virginia is a slept-on state for basketball, but you can see that we're going to be recognized highly. We're definitely on the move.
Yeah. Now, talk a little bit about your season here. I know, obviously, you have so far continued going here and all that. Talk a little about, in your own words, how the season's kind of gone for you, team-wise, and what you kind of been working on, what the coach has been working on, stuff like that.
As for myself, season's been going great. I had a big drop in weight loss. Since I've been there, I dropped maybe 20, 25 pounds.
Okay.
So that's really helped my game. I've become more skilled, got a better shot, working on ball handling. Another thing I'm working on is defending ball screens. I don't want to be a liability on ball screens. As far as the team, we started off kind of struggling. People didn't really get a feel for each other, but now we're growing a better team chemistry, a better team bond. So going into Dick's Nationals, I feel good.
Yeah, like you said, headed into Dick's Nationals. What's your thoughts team-wise going in there? A lot of talent there. Obviously, team-wise, y'all have been there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Obviously, team-wise, y'all have been there before, and center stage there. But what's it just been like for you there?
Coming from North Academy, this is something completely new. Playing in a national tournament, so I know that we just gotta, regardless of what happens before, just gotta stick together. It's the bond that that keeps us together and keeps us playing well.
What have you been working on with your coaches? What have the coaches really been developing your game, both on the court, off the court?
Off the court, we always try to work on this core stability, working on core stability. That means everything as far as like explosiveness, staying stable, being able to keep contact or create contact. That's all things that you need in the game of basketball. So we try to develop that onto the court and just develop my game.
What have they kind of been on the court, skill-wise, being a big down there? What have they kind of been trying to work to develop you?
Skill-wise, we work on a lot of footwork, a lot of screen and roll, pick and pops, facing up from the elbows, short corners. Sometimes even down there, we work from the three-point.
How have you seen we've seen you a couple times with Virginia Top 80 here for several years here. How have you seen your game kind of develop to where you are now?
Since I remember the very first Top 80 I was at Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Seeing from then to now has been a big step in my game. So it's a major difference in development.
Yeah. Recruitment-wise, I know it's been a busy time for you. A lot of coaches have been coming after you. What have you been kind of hearing? What's kind of the latest with you here?
First being on Oak Hill, having no reception. It's hard to get in contact with coaches, but all the coaches, I keep in contact with all my coaches. They all have great relationships. It's really hard to put any on top of the other. But as far as like the latest, I think the latest school I talked to or reached out to me was Notre Dame.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know you named a lot of the offers. I know your offers list is quite long there. But what are some of the schools, I should say overall in general, see you maybe playing at the next level? What are you kind of like hearing from them? What are you kind of looking for when you talk to these coaches or visits or anything like that?
Any program that I'm looking into, I always look for how they develop their big man, how many minutes they're playing, how many touches they get in the paint. Do they play them in the post or do they just run ball screens, or how the bigs are used throughout the game?
Let's talk about visits here. What are some of the visits you've taken, and do you have any upcoming that you might be taking there?
I haven't taken any visits because of the massive travel with Oak Hill, unfortunately. But in the spring, hopefully, I think I'm planning on taking some visits to Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. What about those two schools? Those are two schools. What have you been hearing from them, and what are you kind of looking for when you do visit them?
I've been talking to them, obviously, but when I do visit, definitely as Kentucky, I know Ben personally played with the loaded program. I know how they use him for his explosiveness and his power. That's another part of my game I was going to work on. So how they use him in the post, I like how they use him in the post as far as Kentucky with skill development, and Louisville is also a very good.
I'm sure a lot of schools, they're standing out to you and everything. When do you think you might maybe narrow your list, or maybe even make a decision if you knew kind of where you wanted to go there?
I'm not completely sure yet. I'm still talking with the family as far as narrowing the list. I think the best bet is just maybe kind of go through the summer and take it month by month.
Okay. And last question here. Just kind of big summer here and everything after your season here. What are kind of your plans? What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be working on, focusing on, or anything like that?
I just gotta keep my game, keep my cool head, keep my boys, and just keep playing.
Okay. All right, David. Congrats for coming to the Virginia Top 80 here, and we'll be looking for you, especially Dick's National here. All right.
All right.